everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you remember my old channel, you'll remember near the end there I started to do a lot of house tours, and it's because I bought a house and we renovated it for about 5 months. So we bought it in April and we renovated it for 5 months, and I moved in October. And I haven't showed you guys the updated part because I haven't really, as you know, done YouTube. So now that I'm back, I thought I would give you guys an updated house tour. And I actually found some of my old footage from like the first time we did a house tour, the day we closed on the house. So I'll intersperse that to show you kind of what we did. But I'm very excited about this. Thank you for tuning in. And obviously this is not done yet. There's furniture, as you will see, is missing, and there's stuff I still want to do, but I thought it was a good time to show you guys what we've done so far. And I also cleaned a little bit, but it's still not perfect. But anyway, let's go. This is the entryway. It has this lovely wallpaper, which we are going to get rid of. So I do want to mention, a lot of this house is going to be different by the time we're done. I'll do an updated one when all of this is done, but we're doing a lot of changes to this because it's a little ugly, but it has good bones. Okay, so you walk in, this is the foyer. So this is the entryway, and if you look down at the floor, this is my favorite part of the house. I had a lot of discussion over this floor because I was choosing between this gray color and then a white color. And about half the people I asked were saying go with the white, it'll brighten it up. And then the other half were like, go with the gray, it'll hide stains, it's more interesting. And I too thought it was more interesting. And I went with the gray. It's probably the #1 thing I get complimented on in this house. I absolutely love it. I don't have carpet on it, as you'll see, because I don't want to cover it up. And then we did this herringbone pattern, which I'm obsessed with. I was nervous that the space would be too narrow, but it actually worked out really well. So already love that. And then if you look up, this light fixture was original to the house, and it used to be a gas light fixture, and they added like electrical wires to it to make it suitable for electric. So I love that too. And then this is my entranceway table. This table was like my uncle's that I've had in a lot of apartments. And this mirror I got off of Facebook Marketplace. It was black and I spray painted it pink, and it's like my favorite thing, and I want to spray paint everything pink right now. And then this lamp used to be an urn. So if you come through, the first room to your left is the living room. And this room, we basically all we did on this room is paint it and then took out the bookshelves that were on this wall. Took out the bookshelves that were on this wall over here, and then redid the floors. So yeah, we have our couch. Some of this is my roommate's stuff. I do have a roommate, so this room is a little more of a hodgepodge. We need a console for our TV that's just hanging there with all its wires exposed. So we're still trying to figure out this room, but it just looks a lot brighter, which I love. We added recessed lighting to it. And then this light fixture took me months to pick out. Light fixtures, in my opinion, were the hardest things to pick out in this house. I had a lot of trouble with them. This used to be like this ugly plastic, old dangling art light that just didn't make any sense. And I wanted something that stuck to the ceiling and was bright, but I could not pick one. And eventually ended up splurging on this one, which is outside of my budget, but is the story of this house. And if you walk through here, this is the dining room, but there is a pocket door. A massive pocket door that separates the living room and the dining room that we never close. This was here already, we didn't add this in. And then we walk through, this is the dining room. As you can see, it underwent a huge change from what it was like before. Just a lot more bright. Again, we added recessed lighting. Also, as you can see, there's no table here. I'm working on that. I ordered one, it's just not getting here till April. And we also have no chairs, so anyway. And then these built-ins were originally here in the house. They were done by like the local artist. Obviously we have the monuments, and I absolutely love them, and I wanted to make sure we kept them. So we kept both of our built-ins. This is my very sad paper white plant. We kept both of our built-ins, witchers. I love these. And then if you look over here, this is probably the biggest change to the house. So I'll insert previous clips, but there used to be a wall separating the dining room and the kitchen, and it just really made the whole space closed off and just made it really small. Every space felt small and dark, and so obviously we knocked down this wall and created an open kitchen, which I really like houses that aren't fully open concept, so I like that the living room is separate and like a separate room, but this just needed to be done. So the wall was a supporting wall, so we had to put in a beam here. And this is another part of the house that took a lot of thought, because our options for beam coverage were putting drywall over it and trying to like make it blend in, or putting this beam, like this wood on it to make it look like a wood beam. And this is heart of palm wood that we have not yet stained or done anything to. So the next step is figuring out if we want to stain this or if we want to leave this natural. So yeah, I have to figure out if I want to stain this beam or not. And then we hung these light fixtures from the beam itself, like wired that, and I love that. It just really matches perfectly. Obviously got a big island, and let me tell you, rearranging this kitchen was, along with the light fixtures, the hardest decision of this house, because and you'll see in the old footage, but like the fridge was over here, the sink was over here, like nothing was in the same place. And we had to add in a washer dryer in this kitchen, because the only washer dryer, so this is a 2-unit house, and the only washer dryer was in the basement unit, and I did not want to have to walk outside and downstairs to get to a washer dryer. So I felt very strongly about adding a full-size washer dryer in this kitchen, in this house, and the kitchen was like the only spot that we could add it. So this took a lot of thought, and we actually got a kitchen designer on board who pitched us some ideas that we hated. We hated the kitchen designer, and we went to cabinet discounters, because that's where we got these cabinets, and there's this guy named Billy at Cabinet Discounters that if you live in the DC area, you should go to, because he basically designed this whole kitchen for us. He came over multiple times. He was the most helpful person, and we could not have done this without him. So Billy, thank you so much. But we basically designed this kitchen, and I really, really like how it turned out. So we have a big island here, which we have seats at, which is amazing, because as of right now, these are the only seats in the entire house. And I love this design for a countertop. I just love that it does have veining in it, but it's not really faint. I like that it's kind of bold veining, and it's throughout the whole thing. And then if you look, so we added a pantry in this space. So another really difficult thing was I wanted to keep this door. I loved the detail of this door. This is like one of the original doors to the house, and I wanted to make sure we kept it, even though, I mean, it's basically a spice cabinet now. But the difficult thing was having a layout that worked, where this door didn't hit the fridge and that we could still open the fridge. So we needed a gap in here, and you'll see storage space in this kitchen is a little bit, there's not a ton of storage space. So we added this pantry cabinet in here, which is great, and these roll out, which is really, really nice to make things easy access. And that was a genius idea. That was, again, Billy. And then we have our fridge, which it was really important to have a full-size fridge, and then making use of all the space we have, these cabinets up here. And then we have the stove. The other thing I really wanted was a gas stove, and there was a gas stove here before, so it was easy to do a gas cooktop. And the reason we decided on a separate cooktop oven versus one built-in unit is because we liked this seamless look of the countertop around the cooktop. And I just wanted to keep that because there's, again, limited counter space. And I just wanted to make less interruptions in it. So we decided on the cooktop, which I love, and then a separate oven. These are the only 2 upper cabinets that we have space-wise for plates. So again, kind of figuring this out because this one is too narrow to put plates in. So you can only really put glasses in here. And then we had to put another one and make this one wider for plates. And just figuring all of this out, again, was kind of difficult. The other thing I felt very, very strongly about, and I know I just mentioned that we have limited counter space, but I wanted a hood that is a standalone hood and not one of those ones with cabinets and then a hood underneath. I just love the look of the statement hood, and I really, really wanted to, I would sacrifice that extra cabinet space for this. And I love this, and I love the way it looks, so I'm very glad I did that. And then the other really hard decision was deciding on a backsplash. And I had found these tiles that I loved from Portugal, and they cost an arm and a leg to ship over. And I was like, I searched around for anything else that I liked, and I couldn't find anything else that I liked. And so I was like, am I just gonna pay to have these tiles shipped over? They were like white, iridescent, beautiful tiles. And I was like, no, that's ridiculous. So we ended up going with the same quartz that is our countertop. And we found a place that actually cuts this type of quartz for backsplashes thinner than this thickness that you have to have on countertops. I think this is like half the width, and it makes it obviously less heavy. And I really, really like the way this turned out. It just makes it, again, seamless for a small space, which is really nice. And then we have some storage drawers, obviously, which is great. And then this is the washer dryer. So again, designing this was a big feat, but what we did was we have the washer dryer, full-sized washer dryer in here. And it was important to me to have cabinets that hid it, that made it look like a seamless part of the kitchen. And then obviously washer dryers are taller than a standard counter height. And so we had to find a way to kind of integrate this taller part of the counter. And so we put the same countertop on. So as you'll see in the footage, this used to be a pantry that we took out a lot of the pantry, put this washer dryer in. And then this was, again, another design feature that was really important to me. I didn't want to just have the countertop stop, have like a filler here, and it just felt weird to me to not have this waterfall edge. And so what we had to do was waterfall the whole thing. So even like under here is waterfalled counter edge. And we just had to abut this to that. But it just makes it like a nice, seamless, clean look, which I really, really like. And again, I think is important in a smaller space to have more seamless counter spaces. And then on this side, we kind of did, again, some more storage space. And there's actually more storage space than you think. Like, we barely use all of this space. We have literally one pot in here and like a thing for tea and coffee, you know? We're not filling out all of this space. But the other decision was the microwave, because as you can see, there's only a little bit of shelf space on this side. And you know, most people have their microwaves like up and you like pull it out. And I could not sacrifice one of our 2 cabinets for a microwave. And so we got this microwave, which is one of those pull-out drawer ones that was, again, over budget, but a great space saver. And you know, we can always take this out and put an open door one, and you just have to get down to get into it. It's not a huge deal. And then we relocated the sink and the dishwasher to this side, which is great. And you have to have a sink and a dishwasher next to each other because that's how like the whole drainage system, I don't know. And then our sink, which I love. And the thing about this is it does have a garbage disposal, which my mom insisted on. So thankful, because not having a garbage disposal means you're literally fishing stuff out of your sink at all times, which is gross. And then we have a built-in trash, which is really nice. And then we have some outlets on the side of the island, which is great just for extra outlet space. Then if you continue, so this is the back of the house. The big changes we did here were there was a wall that kind of came out at an angle here to hide this pole. So this used to be the porch, which they enclosed to make more space, which they gave us 2 extra bathrooms, as you'll see upstairs, which is huge and great. But there used to be a wall to hide this pole, which is the support for the porch, that basically blocked this window. So my mom and I went back and forth. We were like, should we put extra supports in the ceiling so that we can get rid of this pole and do this wall? And it was like, no, no, no. So what we did was literally just make the wall flat and just wrap this metal pole in this wood that I then stained, which I think, looks totally fine, not a big deal. And then we got a new back door, which was really important because it just brings a lot of extra light into the space. Don't mind the backyard. I have not done the backyard yet. That's my next project. But this door just brings a lot of extra light into the space, and it's blue on the outside, which I love. Ooh, it's cold outside. So this, if you go around here, was my mom's insistence. So this is another cupboard that we keep just a little bit of everything in, honestly. And it's super nice to have this extra storage space. Like, we have a rice cooker in here, like where we keep our toilet paper and everything. Step stool, seltzer, like cleaning stuff, just random stuff. Just gives us a space to keep it, which is really, really nice. And then the last thing that we redid on this floor was the powder bathroom. So this, we weren't originally going to redo, and then it just kind of got to the point where we redid everything, which is what happened in this house. So we got a whole new sink, like little mirror, painted this white, did the floors, and got a new toilet, basically everything. But what I want to do in this bathroom is fully wallpaper it, and it's going to be a project that I do, and I have to figure out how to do wallpaper. But I'm really excited about it. That's like my dream project for this bathroom, to do a really loud, obnoxious wallpaper. And then this bathroom also has, because space is very limited, a pocket door. But it's just really nice to have a powder bath on the main floor for guests and everything. So that is the downstairs. Now let's go upstairs. So the other thing, so I know I told you we knocked down this wall that used to be right here, but we also knocked down part of this wall. So this ceiling part, there used to be a little bit lower there, and then this used to come out, one of these sides used to come out a little bit further. And we knocked out that to just, again, make this open and just have as much light as we can. And then if you come over here, again, I mentioned this used to be a pantry, and it used to go all the way back, and we wanted to maximize the storage space we had. And so we had this idea to make a little secret cupboard under the stairs where we have like a vacuum cleaner and some tools and my suitcase and just random stuff stored in here. But it's just like, where else would you put this stuff? And it is so nice. Eventually I will organize that and like maybe put shelves in there or something to make it even more usable. But any storage space we can get, we tried to incorporate. So as we head upstairs, we redid all the wood in all the house. And we put this carpet on the stairs, which was the most expensive thing we've done. Not really, but like of all the furniture and carpet and like accoutrements that I bought for this house, this up the stairs carpet is the most expensive thing. If you've ever done a house, you know how expensive this is. So as we walk up the stairs, I recently just did this little gallery wall of this art from this girl that I literally found on TikTok that I'm obsessed with. Her name is Be Kind Bella on Instagram. She does like these really silly drawings that I love and make me really happy. So I just hung them up in this area to kind of create a colorful art piece, because downstairs, if you've noticed, the art is a little more formal. We have some abstract art, some black and white stuff. Up here I just wanted to make it a little bit more fun, and so that's kind of entering in the fun. And then we come this way, and this is my roommate's bathroom. This is like the second bathroom in the house, and I'll show you clips of before, but we basically redid the entire layout of this bathroom. So as you'll see, the bathtub was in a different spot, the sink was in a different spot, the toilet, and we just kind of moved everything around, and then also totally redid the tile, painted, basically everything in this bathroom. So we moved the bathtub from here to here and retiled everything, which I love. And then obviously the floors, and I love the look of the floors tile continuing and doing surround in the shower slash bathtub. I just think I love that look. And then we redid the tile on the walls as well and added this beautiful Greek wave trim, which I am obsessed with. And then I got this lovely blue vanity, which ties into the blue radiators, which I'll point out more, but the literal first thing I did in this house when we bought it was spray paint the radiators. Everyone was laughing at me, but I love my spray painted radiators and I think they are so cute. And so that was one big thing I did. This is my master bedroom. And the only real change we made in here was paint it. Nothing else really that big. I love this carpet. Obviously, I'm obsessed with blue and white, if you didn't tell. So just repainted, did a little bit of decorating, got these really cute blue side tables which have again like a Greek key design. And then my closet, which we again just painted, but the cool thing about this is we got a wireless light in here, which I didn't know existed. So that's great. It's like a pretty sizable closet. When my boyfriend moves in, I'm not sure exactly where he's gonna put his stuff because I fill that up. But again, painted this. Here's an example of my blue radiator that I painstakingly spray painted. And then this is another huge redo that we did. This is the master bathroom. And as you can see before, everything was stone. It was dark. The shower was like randomly massive, which was kind of weird. But it was just dark stone, like 4 different types of stone. Didn't really make much sense. And so what we did was, again, this was something that I was deciding over and deciding over and deciding over, and ended up going with this blue tile, which I am absolutely obsessed with. So what I was originally going to do in this shower was just do this back wall, this blue tile, and then do these 2 walls, that small white tile that is in the other bathroom. And once I saw how good the other like shower looked with the surrounding, you know, all the tile the same, I was like, I gotta do all the tile the same. And again, it was kind of a fight between me and my parents because they were like, it's gonna be too dark, it's gonna be too dark. And I was like, no, like this is gonna be the classiest thing. And I love how it turned out. Absolutely obsessed with this blue. It's called my blue bathroom. I think it matches this brick exterior wall really well because again, this used to be the porch that was closed in. So this was used to be the exterior of the house. And then we made the shower a little bit smaller just because it's still a massive shower, but it was like even bigger than this. And that allowed us to move the toilet in a little bit so we could get maximum space on this vanity because again, this is like a little bit of a smaller vanity for a master bath. And eventually when my boyfriend moves in, you know, we'll have one sink. But we got it to be even bigger. It used to literally be, as you can see, like a sink shoved in the corner. And so we got to do this. We have pretty good storage in here. And then what I thought was really clever is this radiator. We were talking about, you know, taking out and putting in a wall radiator. And I was like, no, I love the radiators. I haven't spray painted this one, as you can see. But we figured out how to do this little cubby space because it's too narrow to put drawers in because we couldn't get the drawers in. So we just did open shelves and like cut this in so we could actually reach in our open shelves. Just again, maximizing the space as good as we could. And Billy from Cabinet Discounters helped us out with this as well, which was great. He was like literally invaluable to this project. And then again, my skylight, which I love. Haven't figured out yet how to close the skylight blinds, which is going to be a problem because I start on nights in like 2 days. So that means I'll have to sleep during the day, but I think I'll just conk out. And then this carpet was a recent addition. I just love obviously blue and white. And again, it's kind of just like a funkier vibe up here than it is downstairs. This is just a little closet that we painted and just maximized the space of. It's just a little storage closet. This is my roommate's bedroom, which I'm not going to show just for sake of privacy, and it looks the same as it did before. We just painted it. And then this is our office / Peloton room, and this was a bedroom, as you can see in these clips. And we were debating making it a bedroom again, and it just is a little small, and especially with all of this happening during the pandemic, we were like, let's just have 2 of us live here. We can use this space because my roommate's working from home, so we just decided to keep it more of an office fun space. So obviously we took out the built-ins that were on this wall, spray painted my radiator blue, and just painted in here really. That's pretty much all we did. My favorite thing that we did was changed out this pillow, which used to be like this giraffe print, to this green and blue leopard print. I picked this super early on, and I know we just painted this room white. Obviously I need a carpet in here, but I really want to paint it a dark green. That is my goal for this room. I think we're gonna do it because it just gives off like cozy office vibes, and I think it could be beautiful, stunning dark green because it gets so much light with these windows that we can really like make the space beautiful. And I use this Peloton all the time. This was a great purchase, and I am a basic person, but I don't care. That is the completed house tour. I know this is long, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was long awaited as well. Obviously, I still need to get like more art and a dining room table and carpets in some places, but I really love how this turned out. I made almost all the decisions myself. Like, we didn't have an interior designer, which I'm really proud of how it turned out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stick around for more house updates as I kind of continue to upgrade, and you can see if I paint this room green, and I'll see you next time. Bye!